You need to pay attention because the car world is not just changing, it's being flipped upside down. Right now, in China, there's a luxury SUV that behaves more like a fighter jet and less like a traditional family hauler. It's the BYD Yangwang U8L, a 3.5-ton beast that can spin in place like a tank, drive through deep water like it's nothing, and even launch a drone from its roof while you're behind the wheel. This isn't concept art or a viral video trick. It exists in full production form, and it's wild. The L stands for long wheelbase, which means BYD didn't just stretch the car, they built a full-scale road-going lounge you could easily mistake for a private jet. If you've ever thought luxury SUVs are all about soft leather and big logos, think again. But before we jump in, do me a solid and hit that subscribe button. Seriously, I spend countless hours researching, fact-checking, and putting these videos together so you can stay ahead of the curve. The least you can do is help me out with that subscriber count. Deal? Awesome. Let's get into it. Start with the front because it sets the tone immediately. The design language is called Interstellar, and it earns that name. The grille isn't a grille. It's a dark, reflective panel stretching across the front. When the car is off, it looks like a void. Unlock it, and the Matrix LED display bursts to life like a meteor storm. It's aggressive, alien, and unlike anything from a Range Rover or G-Wagon. Those 3 bumps above the windshield aren't decoration. They're LiDAR and night vision sensors. This car sees pedestrians, potholes, and obstacles in total darkness, better than your eyes can in daylight, mapping the world around it in millimeters. Meanwhile, the Range Rover Sport's optional night vision is a $3,000 add-on that simply highlights heat signatures on a small display. Passive, reactive, nowhere near as integrated. The G-Wagon doesn't even offer it. At about 5.4 meters long, the U8L is a land yacht, but its boxy proportions give it power rather than bulk. The 22-inch forged alloy wheels feature floating center caps that stay upright while spinning, just like a Rolls-Royce. On certain editions, they're gold-tipped, purely to signal status. The D-pillar has 6 silver bars, acting as a battery indicator visible from your living room window. Tesla's Model X, for all its tech credibility, still relies on an app notification or a small door pillar LED. Nothing this theatrical. The U8L doesn't ride on air suspension, it rides on a fully hydraulic system with independently controlled shocks. Get a flat tire, and the car physically lifts that corner, balances itself, and lets you drive on 3 wheels to a repair shop. Compare that to the Range Rover Autobiography or BMW X7, both excellent, both adaptive, but neither can compensate for a blown tire. Lose one in those cars, and you're calling roadside assistance. In the U8L, you keep driving, and the rear wiper is gone entirely, replaced by a high-pressure pneumatic system that automatically cleans the rear glass. They engineered a whole air system just to avoid a rubber blade. That's the level of obsession here. Now, power. 4 independent electric motors, 1 per wheel, producing 1,180 horsepower and 1,280 newton-meters of torque. It hits 0 to 60 in 3.6 seconds. That's faster than the Lamborghini Urus at 3.5 seconds, which is marketed as a supercar SUV, but has no individual wheel motors or tank turn capability. The Mercedes-AMG GLE 63S is a full second behind at 4.2 seconds. The Cadillac Escalade V, Cadillac's most extreme performance truck, does 3.8 seconds with 682 horsepower, less than half the U8L's output. And because each wheel has its own motor, you can execute a tank turn. Left wheels forward, right wheels backward, rotating 360 degrees in place. No G-Wagon, no Defender, no Wrangler, Rubicon can do that. The Hummer EV can, but it's a truck, not a luxury lounge, and starts at the same price with half the features. Range anxiety, gone. A 2.0-liter turbo engine sits under the hood, but it doesn't drive the wheels. Its only job is charging the 49 kilowatt-hour battery while you move. Pure electric range is about 120 miles for daily use. For road trips, the generator kicks in seamlessly for a combined 620-plus miles. The Rivian R1S tops out at about 390 miles on a full charge, 230 miles short. The Cadillac Escalade IQ manages around 460 miles, still 160 behind, and both need a charging stop cross-country. The BMW iX Drive 50 offers about 324 miles. The Mercedes EQS SUV roughly 350. The U8L outlasts all of them because it never had to choose between being electric and being practical. Then there's water. The entire core of the car is IP68 waterproof. Drive into a flash flood and it responds instantly. Suspension at maximum height, windows up, climate on recirculation, and the car floats. The wheels act as paddle wheels via torque vectoring, moving you to safety at about 2 miles per hour for up to 30 minutes. Now compare. The Land Rover Defender 130 has a class-leading wading depth of 35 inches. Impressive, but it sinks if you go deeper. The Jeep Wrangler Rubicon manages about 30 inches with a snorkel kit. The G-Wagon 4x4 squared is rated for 27.5 inches. The Ford Bronco Raptor about 33.5 inches. Every one of them drowns if you misjudge the depth. The U8L just floats and paddles back to land. BYD made that standard. Step inside and the assault on the senses begins. Nappa leather covers everything. Dashboard, door panels, ceiling, knee rests. No hard plastics anywhere. A 12.8-inch curved OLED flows into the center console. The driver gets a 23.6-inch ultra-wide instrument display. The passenger gets an identical screen with a privacy filter so they can stream Netflix while you focus on the road. Compare that to the Rolls-Royce Cullinan's 10.25-inch infotainment screen, which feels almost apologetic in 2025. The Bentley Bentayga tops out at 10.9 inches. The Range Rover's Pivi Pro runs 13.1 inches, good for its class, but nowhere close. Even the Mercedes S-Class, the traditional benchmark for cabin technology, pairs a 12.8-inch OLED with a 12.3-inch cluster. The U8L gives you nearly double that screen acreage per occupant. Rear passengers get their own displays, plus karaoke and streaming. Seats are heated, ventilated, massaging, and the rear ones recline into zero-gravity mode with leg rests. The Lexus LM offers zero-gravity seating too, but it's a minivan-style setup starting at $165,000 with 0 horsepower excitement. There's also a fridge spanning -6 degrees Celsius to 50 degrees Celsius. Champagne chilled while you recline, standard. Then there's the drone hangar. On the special edition, the roof box is a fully automated DJI system. Press launch, the roof opens, a robotic arm lifts the drone out, and it flies itself, syncing with your GPS, following the car, streaming live footage to the cabin screen. When the battery runs low, it returns, lands, the arm retrieves it, swaps batteries, and charges it while you keep driving. The closest Western rivals have offered is BMW's Amazon Alexa integration or GM's Super Cruise. Both genuinely useful, both fundamentally software. A robotic drone launching roof unit is on another planet entirely. Off-road, it's equally dominant. Multiple terrain modes adjust suspension, torque, and stability for mud, sand, snow, or rocks. The Defender 130, widely considered the gold standard for capable luxury off-roading, uses terrain response 2 and excellent air suspension, but it still relies on mechanical differentials and traditional shocks. The G-Wagon's 3 locking differentials are legendary, but that system was designed in the 1970s and hasn't fundamentally evolved. The U8L has no mechanical differentials at all. Each wheel's torque is managed digitally in milliseconds with more precision than any physical lock can match. On safety, BYD's blade battery is built specifically to resist thermal runaway and penetration failure, risks that conventional lithium-ion packs face regularly. The hydraulic suspension keeps the car stable even through tire failure. By comparison, the Volvo XC90, long considered the SUV safety benchmark with its 5-star Euro NCAP rating, runs a standard lithium-ion pack with no equivalent structural advantage. Price? Around $180,000. A Rolls-Royce Cullinan starts at $400,000. A fully loaded black badge can top $500,000. The Mercedes G63 AMG starts at $200,000 and hasn't fundamentally evolved its off-road tech in decades. A Bentley Bentayga Speed is $245,000. A Lamborghini Urus S, $250,000. The Porsche Cayenne Turbo GT, $195,000. An exceptional performance machine, But with nothing close to this level of capability or technology, the U8L undercuts every single one while doing things none of them can. That's not just value, that's embarrassing the competition. So if you had $200,000, would you buy a G-Wagon or a Cullinan, icons that haven't meaningfully changed in years, or a 1,180 horsepower SUV that floats, spins in place, massages you, outlasts every rival EV on range, launches its own drone, and tackles terrain that would strand anything else at this price? The U8L isn't just a car. It's a statement that the future of the luxury SUV has already arrived, and it came from somewhere most people weren't watching.